all I ever wanted to be was a driver from, as early as I can remember. The feeling of being behind the wheel, getting into a state where completely focused on one thing, that's what we all chase, I guess. The idea for Track Tune came from a time when I was at a race in Indianapolis in the grandstands, and at the same time my dad was at home watching on TV. When we were talking about the race, I realized that he had seen so much more detail than me, and he was talking about the guy who got a flat on lap 90 and the guy who had an emergency pit stop. And I hadn't experienced any of that, because when you're at the racetrack, you can't hear the announcers over the sound of the cars. Track Tune is an app that streams the announcer's audio straight to the phones of the race fans at the racetrack. In most cases, there's a lot more going on the racetrack than is apparent, maybe to a casual fan. And Track Tune can have the announcer give you that added context that's going to make the race so much more exciting to watch by understanding all the nuance and the intricacies of what's playing out on the track.
If Nestor can hang on, he'll tie Purvis for the most Winchester rifles at 4, but here comes Purvis. He wants number 5.
I think there's a lot of strategy going on and a lot of things that an announcer can explain to a casual fan.
Starting to bow in more when he heads to the corner, that 37 degrees of banking, pushing it on the rubber.
If you're a race fan not using Track Tune at a race, you're missing out on so much context that can be provided by a good announcer, like lap time insights, strategy insights, and just being able to describe some of the challenges that the drivers are facing on the track. And without that context, I think you're watching the race essentially on mute.